Alright, I'm making this video, as you can see by me showing you this video picture of my cell phone, that it's February 7, 2014. I'm going to use the voice command feature in order to have the phone electronically state the date and time.
Say a command. February 7th, Friday, 7:22 a.m. Say a command.
Okay. This is just a fast, small video prediction. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. And what I'm going to do right now, hold on. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a fast number code and a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expedition of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be called gang stalking. That number code being 2018151514. 2613-247-239, and what it basically is a code pertaining to a specific location in reference to a and then what I'm going to do is give you a number code that is at the opposite end of that location. That number code being 1526212 1515 265-181 515182 262 022 239 18522. The reason why I'm doing this, and I know especially if you're a first-time viewer and have never seen any of my YouTube videos, you might be thinking to yourself, what the hell is all this about? Well, again, I got to make this a fast video because I got a lot of stuff to do today. I'm a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. So what I did was I developed, I'm being subject to gang stalking along all my routes on a daily basis. I was just assaulted again by these freaks on the night of January 30th, 2014, and on a sidewalk. Okay, now, so I'm predicting, we're going to see if anybody comes to this hiking area and tries to evict me, like the property owner or police, and we're going to see what excuse and method is used to make it appear that the police and or property owner have a normal appearing reason to know I'm here. That includes anybody. Okay, now, organized stalking and gang stalking is managed by people that are in the system that are connected to organized crime. Okay? Now, what they're doing in reference to specific number-coded HA locations is using homeless people. They're also using them along my routes. Because after homeless people are used, like for an assault, and then those same homeless people or anybody else who's acting as neighbors or acting like they're in the area for normal appearing reasons, because when they stage an event, they'll also stage witnesses. Just hear me out. Everything that I state can be Googled and YouTubed. Now, when they stage an event against a target, they're called street daters, and when they stage an event, they will also stage the witnesses. Case in point, they can use a homeless person to brutally assault me. The police will then be called, and then the homeless person will deny that he assaulted me, and then try and claim that I am harassing his buddies that they set up 100 feet away from a specific HA location. Okay? That's right. That's right. That is number coded. Okay? And why do they do this? Well, when they stage this event, they want to be able to, for the target to experience the traumatizations and the effects of it, while the person who was involved in the assault denies he assaulted me, while they then use that same person to say that I'm crazy and that I'm even bothering his friends. Just hear me out, okay? And that as a result, he knows where I live. He points it out to the police, okay? And the police come here and evict me. Now, they'll also stage a witness who will corroborate his statements, stating that I either started the verbal harassment, okay, that never ended up in an assault. That witness will act as to back up the fact that he never assaulted me. Hold on. They might even try to imply that I assaulted him. This is what I am describing to you. Sounds probably crazy to you, because it is crazy. But what I am literally describing to you, literally to a T, is the literal truth of organized stalking and gang stalking methods, because they already pulled it against me once on August 17, 2011. Listen to this, just real briefly, because I had to make this a short video. I'm going to prove it to you right now that what I'm telling you is the truth. Let me just take a couple puffs off my cigarette though, I just woke up. On August 17, 2011, they staged a brutal assault at an MTS bus stop, okay? And there was a witness there from McDonald's, okay? And as the guy was assaulting me, guess what he kept saying? Where do you live? Where do you live? Where do you live? And I got the audio files to prove it, okay? They let that guy walk after it took the police almost 30 minutes for them to arrive. They were initially going to try and let the guy get away or hope that I would just stay at the bus stop once the guy boarded the bus, so I would wait for the police and then let him get away. Okay? So, but I didn't, and so I got on the bus when he got on the bus, and I was still on the phone, so they stopped the bus, and he said he didn't assault me at all. He denied it and walked away. Okay? Now that individual was engaging in organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures before he assaulted me. Now I'm literally getting ready to prove to you right now in two different ways this criminality is happening to me, so you will understand and even believe literally that what I'm telling you the truth. So listen closely. And if you listen closely to the following instructions, you will see it literally before your eyes. Okay? This is going to blow your mind. Go to YouTube right now and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Okay? That's a video of me being assaulted by a perpetrator who had engaged in organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures on multiple different occasions before the assault on the same bus route and on the morning of the assault. Hold on. Now when you look at that YouTube video of me being assaulted, after you get done watching it, click on that About feature that's right below the video. Let this traffic pass. When I go like this, that means the traffic has got too much noise and I don't want it to interfere with your ability to be able to hear me. So I'll just go like this and let it pass, and then I'll continue to talk. Now once you click on the About feature, you'll bring up some text, okay, that is in the description of that YouTube video. Follow these instructions and you will see that I'm telling you the truth. Within the description of that YouTube video is numerous things. I think there's another YouTube video and there's at least 2 blogs in it. I haven't been into that description of that YouTube video in a while, but I know for a fact, because I put it in there, that there's 2 blogs in there. Hold on. Now listen to this. Inside of one of those blogs is an attached PDF link titled Assault 11. Once you open up the blog and see that attached PDF link that even says this is the link here that holds the email prediction, click on it. And guess what will open up? 5 separate printed out and scanned pieces of paper. The first one being an email showing that I predicted that assault 11 days before it occurred. It literally says in the email there's a great likelihood that I'll be assaulted either walking, riding my bike, or on public transportation. 11 days later, I'm brutally assaulted on public transportation. But listen to this. Go to YouTube and go to Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. Even a professor, his name is Eric Pearson over at USD, who's a professor in communications who specializes in videos and images, he's seen a video snapshot of one of the sections of the bus that is altered. Okay? He's seen it online and posted it to a website titled First Post, and I got that information showing that it was Eric Pearson that did it because I printed it out once I saw it. That appears to have been taken off the internet, but I do have the printout of it in my backpack right now. Alright, listen to this. Okay? Now what I'm playing you right now is 2 individuals harassing me on a sidewalk on Thanksgiving Day 2013. Thanksgiving is not even, it's just a little bit over 2 months ago. On the same exact sidewalk that I was just assaulted on by the guy that I've already mentioned at the very beginning of this video. I saw that guy who assaulted me on January 30th, 2014 talk to these 2 guys, well, one of these 2 guys, on 2 separate occasions. He also gaslighted me with gang stalking physical gestures 2 prior occasions since then, okay, and then I seen him again 2 days ago. Now, I want you to listen to this Thanksgiving event. As on the same sidewalk, not even 75 feet up the sidewalk, from where the January 30th event took place at. Now, these guys on Thanksgiving Day, one of them, okay, has harassed me on anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions. Okay? Now, the physical gestures I'm talking about, go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass Read Comments." That is me literally catching 3 teenagers on a hidden, running, recording tape recorder that they were put on that same bus route I was assaulted on to engage in specific physical gestures towards me. Physical gestures I was already online exposing. Now, the physical gestures I'm talking about, they have to do with sensitization methods of gang stalking, where they will place different people around the targeted individual's route to repeat certain physical gestures in order to make that person notice it, in order to make that person feel stalked. Just do it. And when you look at that YouTube video, or actually when you listen to it, and you hear those 3 teenagers admit it, okay, you will also be able to click on the About feature of that YouTube video. And you will literally be able to see that I was at a bus stop that was dedicated to the bus route that I was assaulted on, and the same bus route that I caught the 3 teenagers admitting they were put on the bus on January 28, 2012 to engage in these physical gestures. You will see me in a video, in the About feature of that video, at a bus stop on November 5th, 2012, and I uploaded that video on November 6th, 2012, of me at that bus stop, dedicated to the bus route I was assaulted on and the bus route I caught the 3 teenagers on, sitting at a bus stop, stating that I'm being gang stalked at universities and people are getting around me and repeating certain physical gestures. I also made a video 1 month before that on USD campus, stating that I was putting up with these physical gestures by certain personnel and students. So, when you look at how I was already exposing these things before, okay, they were caught, you can clearly see that the stalking was already going on. This right here is the audio of the Thanksgiving event, a section of the audio of the Thanksgiving event, the most important part of it, when they're saying gang stalk together, okay? And notice how they don't say, like when they went and said gang stalk together, one didn't say, okay, now it's the time, and then they both say gang stalk. One didn't say, okay, now do it now, and then they both say gang stalk. They just, out of the blue, said gang stalk together at the same exact time. Because one hand signaled the other one to do it, and then they both did it at the same time. The hand signal was to, the guy went like this, and then he went like this. Okay? That's it. That's one of the organized stalking, gang stalking physical gestures. And basically what they do will sensitize the target to everyday normal physical gestures that everybody does. But they do it in order to use it for hand signals, okay? And I was present as it was occurring, so I knew what the guy was doing, but I didn't connect why he was doing it until they said gang stalk together. Now that shows conspiracy, okay? Now, when you hear they both say gang stalk together, but they don't have any other verbalizations right before it, that shows that these 2 individuals planned this before they arrived on the scene. Just them being there doing it shows that it was planned before they arrived on the scene, which shows conspiracy and conspiracy to stalk. Both are felonies. Okay? Now, I tell you what I'm going to do. Before I play that YouTube video, before I play, because it is now a YouTube video as well, but before I play you that segment of that Thanksgiving event where they say gang stalk together, then one says gang stalking, then that same one says gang stalking, I'm going to F you up, let me play you the audio of a target of gang stalking being covered on the news. I want you to listen to what these news reporters are saying and what a Lieutenant Larry Richards is saying in reference to how he's on the news talking about gang stalking. Just listen. You can look at this YouTube video by going to YouTube and typing in gang stalking bullying on steroids. Hold on a second. Alright, so I gotta hurry up and do this because the battery's running low.
This story on our website, kcba.com. Due to not police call it bullying on steroids. We're talking about gang stalking, but it actually has nothing to do with the gangs that you first think of. South Coast News reporter Candace Wynn learned more about the trend and how it's getting more dangerous because of the internet. It makes me so afraid.
Lawrence Gazino claims his neighbors are gang stalking him because he plays loud music late at night and is outspoken. He said for the last year and a half he's been systematically followed by a group of people. At one point he said they climbed on his roof to harass him. Gazino said he's developed a paranoia that's
Alright, now you can go to YouTube and watch that video. Okay, and you'll see at the end of it that the news reporter says that if you're caught engaging in gang stalking, you can be charged with conspiracy, stalking, and another crime, and they're all felonies. Okay, now I'm going to play you the Thanksgiving event. Listen to how they say gang stalk together, then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang and stalking. I'm going to F you up. Now, what they did after the January 30th event, this event took place on Thanksgiving Day. You know what they did you know what they did after the January 30th assault? They had the same guy that assaulted me walk by me as other individuals were walking on the other side of the sidewalk, gaslighting me with physical gestures. And they had one person walking behind the guy. Okay? That's right. Now, what they do is do this. They might have been hoping for another event to unfold so those individuals could act as witnesses, or they might have been trying to anchor in my mind that another event could transpire and then use those people as witnesses to blame me on the event. I've already been subject to events where they staged and had blamed me for it. And this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because this is how organized stalking and gang stalking operates. Basically what gang stalking is where they stalk you to gang up on you using physical theatrics. One person assaults you, the other person acts as a witness, and then the person who assaulted you denies he assaulted you and then blames you for harassment while the other person acts as a witness for him. They stalk you to gang up on you. Gang stalking. That's right. And now you notice how this news reporter said that the victim can be talking on their phone, driving their car, or walking up the street. That's where this incident happened, on a street. And if you look at the September 29, 2011 email prediction pertaining to me being assaulted on an MTS bus, I stated that there's a great likelihood I'd be assaulted either walking, riding my bike, or on public transportation. I was riding my bike and then had to get off it on this Thanksgiving event and start walking because they were intentionally obstructing my ability to continue to ride my bike. And then I had to walk, and that's when they threatened me and said gang stalking, and gang is stalking. I'm going to F you up. The same sidewalk that I was assaulted on January 30th, 2014, 2 months later. So all you got to do is put it, and the people that played a role in the Thanksgiving event were seen talking on 2 separate occasions to the guy who harassed me and assaulted me on January 30th. So we're going to see if any event happens here, or on the sidewalk where this Thanksgiving event occurred at and the January 30th event occurred at. And I'm talking about the entire road that goes between those 2 numbered codes that I stated at the beginning of this video file. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.